Welcome back to another episode of Off Air with Kristen and Casey, sponsored by the Great Food City, and it is our last episode of 2024.
It is, and if you can tell, this is our Christmas edition of Off Air, so our final episode before Christmas, and obviously, who had me wearing a giant...
Put your drink in my pouch.
That's what the sign says right here. Put your drink
look at that.
In my pouch, and we'll go a little story behind this. A couple years ago, Kristen started a white elephant gift exchange here at the station. Mm-hmm. Last year, our producer, Matthew, again, if you're not familiar with that, everyone brings in a gift wrapped up, but it's not for a specific person. And then you pick numbers out of a hat, and that number one picks a gift, and then it can be stolen. So last year, I got a Mountain Dew Snuggie, was what one of our producers, Matthew, got. Nobody stole it from me. I don't know why, but so I had this Mountain Dew Snuggie. I had zero interest. I don't like Mountain Dew. I don't like Snuggies. So I said, you know what? I was going home to Pittsburgh last year for a family, Christmas time, and we were doing a white elephant gift exchange. So I said, I'm going to re-gift my Mountain Dew Snuggie to somebody else.
How dare you re-gift a gift?
However, of 20 people that were in ours here in the station, nobody wanted there was another Snuggie. Nobody stole either one. Lauren Bradford had the other one. She wears
hers all the time.
She does wear it all the time around the newsroom. You could have worn
yours all the time here, and you could have been twins.
So I take it home thinking, I'll be same thing. Someone's going to get this. Like, I don't care. It was my gift. That Mountain Dew Snuggie at the Getz family Christmas get-together got stolen 4 times. That's how much people wanted this Mountain Dew Snuggie. It blew my mind. Could not believe it.
People like the Mountain Dew. Remember when we tried the Mountain Dew Halloween drinks?
Oh, how can I forget? The worst thing you brought yet.
You could have had the Mountain Dew drinks and worn the Mountain Dew Snuggie.
Oh my gosh, that was the worst thing you ever brought. So that's a little background we get to this year. I was out of town during our gift exchange, but I bought a gift, left it for Kristen, and this was our producer Matthew's gift. It was not. I did not get it.
Oh yeah, he
bought it.
He
bought this. Someone else got it. They didn't want it, and they were like, "Well, because Casey loved Matthew's gift last year so much, let's give him this as well." So I got a bonus gift. So I said I would wear this in the off-air podcast.
It looks great.
It is an extra large, so it doesn't fit me terribly. A little long in the tooth, but it's got some bells on it here, so it jingles, and then a thing that says put.
Are you going to wear this for Christmas when you, with your family? I think you should.
No. The reason is I'm going to be in Florida.
That's perfect.
For Christmas. It's supposed to be like 75 degrees. First time I've ever been in Florida for Christmas. I'm not taking a sweatshirt like this.
No sweater.
And then you're only wearing the hat.
Yes. I put on a green dress today, but I couldn't find the belt that goes with it. So... but I do have this hat that's always ready and available when I'm feeling festive. So there you go.
So we're back again. We weren't here last week. I was out of town for part of the week. And then the one day I did work last week, Kristen wasn't here. So we weren't able to get a podcast last week, but we said that a couple weeks ago, we weren't going to do it, but this will be our last one of the year because we're both going to be off next week, Christmas week. So we will be back though right after the first of the year. We'll have a new one come out very early in January, and we can recap certainly our Christmas vacations. And we're both going to be traveling, so maybe hopefully you never know what happens when you travel, but I'm sure we'll have some stories about something to get along of our travels.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have lots to talk about. Well, we will, because it'll be Christmas.
And I want to circle back. The last time we asked about, remember you were going through a little situation about wedding etiquette when you responded to an RSVP after 2 days after the deadline. You hadn't heard yet, but you do have an update for us.
I do have an update. So I had to bite the bullet, and I just was like, okay, I'm going to text her and ask. So I texted her. Yes. I had actually Facebook messaged her, didn't hear anything, but she hadn't seen it either. I could see she hadn't seen it. And the last time she had messaged me on Facebook was like a year or two ago. So I was like, maybe she doesn't check messages. So I just sent her a text and I was like, here we go. And she responded like almost immediately and was like, oh my goodness, that is not tacky at all. Totally fine if you come. We're actually really excited. And she's like, I'm so excited that you're going to be able to come. And she said, I actually made the RSVP date like way early just because she realized she's having a January wedding and she knew people would maybe, get busy with the holidays and everything. So she did that first week of December so that people wouldn't get too busy with the holidays and forget. But she actually didn't even need the RSVPs until way later. So it's a good thing that I just texted her and asked.
There you go.
And so I will be going to the wedding, and that'll be an update in a few weeks in January. Yeah, post-wedding, we can talk about that because I've got lots of plans.
And by the way, this was my airplane because Chris will be flying to the wedding. I wasn't having balance issues. I was making an airplane motion there. Thank you. Let's see here. What else do we have? Okay. I guess we haven't done an episode. We did an episode right before the Bristol Christmas Parade and all the other ones. We were both at the Bristol Christmas Parade. You were out there much more longer than I was in that cold. It was very, very cold that night. What was your biggest takeaway from the Christmas parade?
It was so cold. It definitely was the coldest we've ever done. I, don't have any of the numbers or anything like that, but I will say that I think it was not as attended because it was so cold that night. That's just my guess.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Sorry if that's not true.
And we had it was you and Lauren Bradford, Jania Nordello, Teresa Carter, and Natalie Hillen were all out handing candy out on the parade route. I drove our Storm Tracker vehicle. I took one for the team. I said, look, if someone needs to drive it.
He drove.
The windows were down though, but I said, I will drive it.
I'm sure.
So I drove it, and we had all the candy in the back of the car, and I was getting yelled at, harassed by my coworkers saying I was going too fast.
Oh my
and they couldn't catch up to me to get when they refilled candy. I had to stop. I was holding up the parade while 5 of them were grabbing candy out of the back of the Storm Tracker vehicle to refill their little bags that they had, because you couldn't throw candy. That's a no-no in the parade from the vehicle. You had to hand it. So they weren't, we didn't want people and kids running out in traffic during a parade. So, it's the right thing to do, but we all couldn't have been in the car just flipping Snicker bars out the window. You guys had to be walking. I drove it. So when I would stop, the car in front of me, there would be quite a big distance. So then I'm like, well, I got to kind of get back in online. I'm holding up everybody behind me. And then afterwards I hear, well, but we can never catch up to you because you were so far ahead of us.
I think at one point when I was at where Quaker State used to be, right there on the corner there of, Piedmont and State. When I was there, I looked up at one point and you were already almost to French Magnolia, down to the next street. And I was like, at this point, there's no way we're catching up. Hey. But here's the thing. There were so many children, and you have to give every kid a piece of candy. You can't just skip over kids and run up to catch up. So we were just frantically trying to give as much candy. And then some of the adults wanted candy too. So it was you're also trying to talk to people and say Merry Christmas and, interact. And that was another thing too, is I do feel like in years past, there wasn't a big gap. We would stop a little bit. And there were even times where we would stop and there'd be kind of a lull in the parade, and we would just be standing and maybe we would talk to a few people, and then it would start get going again and we'd walk a little more. And that's not how this one was. From the start to the finish, we were walking, handing out candy, and we walked the entire thing and didn't stop at all. But the positive of that is I didn't get as cold because I was walking, moving, and I was really bundled up because I knew it was going to be cold. So I honestly wasn't that cold. Now, poor Ethan and Ryan, who did our digital live stream, they just stood and for the entire length of the parade. Once we were in the front. So once we were done, we were done. So they were there for the entire thing from front to back. So they didn't get done till 9:30, almost 10, and they were frozen.
Because we were probably in the first 20 to 25 vehicles in the parade. When it finished, I drove the Storm Tracker back around the backside of our building. We got a big giant garage to, put it in there. Kristen and I drove, picked up something for dinner, came back, and the parade was still going on at that point. We were able to leave the station, go grab something for dinner, come back. And it was still going on probably for at least another half an hour, even after we got back before the parade was over. So it did from start to finish, you're looking at 2.5 hours. And then for people that the champions are out there, like I said, Ryan and Ethan, for us and many other people just standing there watching, that's a long time in that cold because it was freezing that night.
Yeah, it was definitely cold. But I also have to laugh too because we had some tough competition this year because behind us were some pretty cool people in these planes.
We were put in the worst spot imaginable.
They had these planes that they were like little cars, but they were planes and they were really neat, but no one cared about us. They were like, look, the planes.
If I had $1 for everyone had said, oh, look at the planes, I'd be a very rich man. No one was like, look at WCYB. I was just driving.
Just shake the candy in front of
everyone.
Like, look at us.
Yeah.
We've got candy. But
we could not have been in a worse spot because we had probably one of the best flows behind us.
We did. And
everyone just looked right by us. But it was a fun to be a part of that. A little more fun for me being inside the Storm Tracker vehicle.
Next year we're switching. I'm driving.
You know what that means? It's going to be like 55 next year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. That's so true.
All right. Let's go on to some receipt checking time. It's been a couple weeks since our last college and NFL picks that we did. But the last time we did picks was the SEC championship game, and you picked Georgia, got that win over Texas, and you actually tied your NFL game. The Lions were favored by 3 to beat the Packers, and they won by exactly 3. So you're 7-5 in your college picks, 7-3-1 NFL. I had my worst week yet 2 weeks ago. I picked Dave Dirks' Cyclones of Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game. They lost. I also had the Cardinals in the NFL. So I'm 8-4 in college, 9-2 in the NFL. And this week I gave a stipulation to Kristen saying our college pick has to be a first round game in the college football, the first ever 12-team playoff. So there are 4 games to pick from. So I did kind of handicap it a little bit, but you can make your selection now.
So I'm going to pick the Indiana-Notre Dame game.
That's Friday night.
Oh, that kind of rhymed. Notre Dame game.
Notre Dame game, Indiana.
+7, Indiana.
Yes, Indiana's a 7-point underdog in South Bend. So Kristen's going to take the Hoosiers +7 over Notre Dame. You like Signetti. What do you know about what's his first name?
What's
his first name? Mike Signetti. No, that's his brother. Kirk Signetti is the head coach of Indiana.
Does he have a brother named Mike?
No, I have no idea.
I was like, wow. But it sounds right. But anyways, I like him. He just seems like a nice guy. And I think he's a good coach.
A good coach. What kind of analysis can you get other than that right there, that he's a good coach? All right.
It doesn't matter who wins, though, because the dogs are going to crush them.
Yes, the winner, if you don't know, the winner of the Notre Dame-Indiana game will play Georgia on New Year's Day in the quarterfinals of the college football playoff.
And what a New Year's Day it will be.
My college game, I'm going to take SMU. They are playing at Penn State on Saturday. SMU is an 8.5-point underdog. So I'm going to take SMU +8.5 in Happy Valley against Penn State. Before we get to the NFL picks, obviously besides the college football playoff, there's all the other bowl games there are some very unique games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look here and see if I can find a outlandish bowl game name and ask Kristen if she could guess where it's going to be played. If that gives it away at all, like the city or location.
Gosh, I don't know.
We'll do a couple rapid fire one here. The Hawaii Bowl.
Hawaii.
Okay, you 1 for 1. I'm going to start her easy.
Thank goodness.
The Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Myrtle Beach.
She's 2-0. She's white hot.
I'm great at this. Oh no, it's going to get to like Cheez-It.
The Birmingham Bowl.
Birmingham.
What state is that?
Alabama.
3 for 3.
I'm not an idiot.
Now it's going to get a little trickier. The Direct TV Holiday Bowl.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. New York.
San Diego.
Not even
Close.
close.
Close. Okay. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Michigan.
Yankee Stadium. New York. So that was the New York. See, I tricked you on that one. One more. We're going to do one more. Going to try a really good one here.
I started off strong.
She did.
You're trying to find a hard one. It's taking you too long.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Florida.
El Paso, Texas.
Oh, man.
So there's some crazy bowl names out there.
I like that. Tony the Tiger. They are great.
They are great. All right, NFL picks real quick
Okay.
for this week. You are gonna go where?
Oh, I'm gonna do the Lions and the Bears. I'm taking the Lions -6.5.
Okay, Lions, Bears -6.5. That game is on Sunday. I'm gonna go Saturday. There are a couple NFL games on Saturday. One of them is on Channel 5. The Chiefs are playing the Texans on Saturday on Channel 5. The other game is on Fox 39. So our family of networks have both games. It's my Steelers are playing the Ravens. If the Steelers win, they win the AFC North. So it's as they say, it's a hat and T-shirt game because you win. If you win the division. You get all the hat and T-shirts. The Steelers are a 6-point underdog in Baltimore. I'll take the Steelers +6. Remember the last time they played, I picked the Steelers. They were the underdog. They won that game. So maybe they can do it again. Fingers crossed.
So are you excited about this weekend? Because this is, the first time college football that you have that expanded playoffs. I mean, are you going to be glued to your TV all day watching these games?
No, because I'm going to be in Florida.
Yeah, but
the wife and I were going to visit her family.
They're not all going to watch football with you all day long?
I don't think so. I think I have some, like, on Saturday, the Steeler game is what's most important to me. The Steelers game is at 4:30. So that's one I got to pick and choose my battles here,
So you're just going to make sure that
I'm going to make sure the Steeler game I can watch. And then we already have a dinner reservation on Saturday night at 8:00 with a big group of people. Late. I know, but the issue was
game.
It's 8:00 is the Tennessee game starts at 8:00. But I guess what the issue was, it's a wife's friend's birthday party. So there's like 10 or 12 of us getting together this weekend, the last weekend before Christmas, a lot of holiday parties. So when this person was calling to make reservations, it was, we got a holiday party. So she got something at 8:00 someplace. So I'm probably not going to see a ton of the Tennessee Ohio State game. But again, my priority on Saturday was not really the college football playoff. It was Steelers playing on Saturday. But certainly I think when down there, I'll be watching as much as I can.
Well, look at that. That is a good husband, though. You're like, we're going to go to this birthday holiday.
Well, I don't have a
dinner.
choice. I'm acting like I had a choice. I have no say in the matter. I mean, it's like there was not a debate.
Yeah, but you could have been like, no, I'm going to stay at home.
No, not if you know my wife. That was not an option. That was not an option.
Theirs is we're delaying our trip. We're delaying our travel. We're not going to travel until later because my husband says we got to watch football.
The games.
So.
And it's not even Georgia yet. I mean, and he's a huge Georgia fan. He just wants to watch the games.
He's like our producer, Matthew, who is like, this is the greatest day of all time.
See, the first round games, I mean, I guess, I mean, you never know, but I mean, you're going to have these games this week. There's one Friday, 3 Saturday. And then on New Year's Eve, there's one game. Boise State's playing somebody on New Year's Eve. The other 3 games are on New Year's Day. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the schedule. So there's about a week and a half in between the first round and the quarterfinals. Then the semifinals are on January 9th and 10th. So that's like another 8 or 9 days between the semifinals. The championship game is on January 20th. So, I mean, it's about a week and a half between every round. So it's just kind of enough where obviously the teams can get some rest, recover. But it's going to be interesting to watch it. And your home state of Georgia has a lot of games. One of the games on New Year's Day, the quarterfinals game, is at Mercedes-Benz. Mm-hmm. And then the national championship game, the very last game of the year, is also in Mercedes-Benz.
It's beautiful.
And you were just there a couple weeks ago.
I was.
To watch the Falcons lose.
Thank you for reminding me.
What do you say we try something? I'm excited.
Have a snack.
Here.
It's a holiday snack. Woohoo! Okay. So, the first thing I brought is 2 cups of ice.
She spares no expense.
Okay, so this for your drink pouch. Go ahead and put it in your pouch. There you go. This
Can you see my pouch? I think the cup is in the way. There we go. Yeah.
This is the new Sprite that just came out, and I think you can only get it at like
vanilla
certain places. Frost? Yeah, vanilla frost Sprite. Have you had regular Sprite?
Yes, I've had.
I was telling him the other day, I'm on a mission to find a soda that you would like.
Pop.
Go.
I call it pop, by the way, up north.
In Georgia, we call everything Coke.
Coke.
So I'm on a way to find a soda, a Coke that you will enjoy.
Pop.
And this is a Coke product, by the way. Of course, people know that, but that you will really like.
That's enough.
And that's what you think until you love it so much that you want to drink the whole thing. And I've not tried this yet, but this is the new Sprite Vanilla Frost.
Cheers.
Oh, that is good.
You drink much? Did you spill some?
I almost did. That is so good. The vanilla flavor is very vanilla-y. You don't like it.
Oh, this is
Don't look at that.
A bottle of this is 109% of your daily sugar intake. Is one bottle of this.
That's why I'm tweaking.
Whoa. You give that to Mike Signetti, he's going to be off the walls Friday night at that game.
You know, they might have a sugar-free version. But do you like it?
It's okay. Not really.
Oh, rate it 1 to 10.
3.
10 out of 10. This is good. This is delicious. I love vanilla. Like, this would be so good. Yeah, no. I'm not going to go there. But this would be good mixed with some other things. Just take some
eggnog?
Yeah.
On the holidays?
Yeah, some eggnog. Yeah. Just mix it with some things. And that could be...
Now, this is what I'm looking forward to.
Now, this is a holiday treat, too. Chips Ahoy cookies. Holiday edition. This is the chewy version. Hot cocoa flavor. This is brand new. There's a fudge filling.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Okay. Don't look at the calories. This is
I'm looking for my hand. I want to reach in and grab. I'm going to take 2 because 1 sometimes isn't good enough.
So you're excited about the cookies.
Oh, I love cookies.
Not the drinks.
Love cookies.
Marshmallow filling or chocolate filling. What do you think?
I put the whole thing in 1 bite. Gone. Excellent. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Wow, look at that.
Maybe the best thing we've ever had on off air.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a regular Chips Ahoy chewy?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this is better than the regular, the standard? I'd say no. This just tells us the difference in taste because this is fine, but I'd give it maybe a 6.5 out of 10. It's all right.
No, I give it a 9. Very good.
I'd probably buy the regular before I would buy this one again. But There you go. It says heat for a treat. So it might be good in the microwave. Well, there you go. Your holiday snack.
That's a great way to end off air for 2024.
This should be left out for Santa. What do you think?
Our newsroom will be gone in 10 minutes. We put that out there. That entire tray of cookies will be gone.
Well, that's where
you want to see people in the newsroom move fast, just say there's food in the break room, or in our case, out in the newsroom on the little shelf we got out there. We put all the food.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to wish everybody, hope everyone has a great holiday.
Merry Christmas.
If you're traveling, please be safe out there. The holidays, a lot of people are on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier said than done, but try and pack some patience. And I'm talking to myself as well. You get on that road sometimes. And just remember, though, the most important thing is to get to where you're going safely. Have a great time with family and friends. I'm sure there's a lot of stories. Watch a lot of holiday movies. Real quick, favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Do you think that's a Christmas movie? We had this debate last week while you were gone, I think, because people said that it's not a Christmas movie. And I said, well, what constitutes a Christmas movie? Somebody said, well, it has to have Santa in it. And I don't know that that's true because there's a lot of movies that are Christmas movies that don't have Santa. Hence, like The Holiday. There's no Santa in there. That's a Christmas movie.
I haven't seen
right?
that.
You haven't seen The Holiday?
No.
Oh, my gosh. You've not seen The Holiday with Jack Black?
No.
That's your homework.
I doubt it. Back to your question of Die Hard though. I think it's just I don't know. I'll say no. I think it's a movie that takes place at Christmas time.
So it's a Christmas movie.
I don't.
What constitutes a Christmas movie?
What about Die Hard 2? Also is around that time, right?
That's not at that time. I've never seen that.
Wait, you never seen Die Hard 2?
No.
It takes place at Christmas time because it's snowing there. No. They're driving snowmobiles through ice.
So snow constitutes a Christmas movie?
I'm not saying no. It's not a Christmas movie either. But if Die Hard 1 is, then Die Hard 2 is as well.
No.
What do you mean no?
He says ho 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 in Die Hard.
Okay. You want to say the rest of that phrase?
If you've seen the movie, you know. Okay.
Okay, but if you need to see Die Hard 2 before you talk about uncertainties and certainties. If Die Hard 1 if the original is a Christmas movie, Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
What about Harry Potter one? Do you think that's a Christmas movie?
I've never seen Harry Potter movies, any of them.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know. But my favorite is Home Alone.
What makes that a Christmas movie?
Because
Because there's snow.
It's at Christmas time.
It's at Christmas, so is Die Hard.
You don't know
it
Die Hard.
It takes place at Christmas time.
Die Hard is
That's what you
a Christmas.
Just said.
Die Hard is Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but Home Alone, it's about terrorists taking over Nakatomi Plaza. It's Die Hard. Home Alone is about Kevin taking care of the family house at Christmas time while his family leaves him and goes to Paris, and he's at home trying to keep Marv and the other guy.
Home Alone is about burglars that come in and try.
At Christmas. Okay. The Christmas trees are up.
Terrorists try to take over Nakatomi Plaza at Christmas.
It's a Christmas party. Our Christmas party is a couple weeks before Christmas. It might have been a couple weeks before Christmas.
I just feel like there's you could argue this about a bunch of movies. Like there's a bunch of Christmas movies.
So then do you have to whoever said
what about what's the movie A Christmas Story? Everyone's seen that, right?
Ralphie, yeah.
All leading up, there's only like one little scene that actually takes place on Christmas. The whole premise of the movie is leading up to Christmas, just like terrorists at Nakatomi Plaza.
I don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Well, you're wrong.
But I think Home Alone is. I think A Christmas Story is. Elf is another classic of mine. I love Elf.
Elf is good. But Elf is kind of like an old, like for me, like Elf came like a little later in life. You know, like Elf. When did Elf come out?
I mean, I don't know, probably 15 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I grew up watching that. Like it wasn't around when I was like 5. You know, so I love Elf, but it's like a newer. To me, that's like a newer Christmas movie that I love. Okay. I do love it, though. And I do love Home Alone. That's my husband's favorite. So you and Kegan are on the same page there.
And Four Christmases is another great one with Vince Vaughn.
I just watched that for the first time this week.
Really?
For the first time. I watched that Monday because somebody told me I needed to watch it. But again, that does not take place at Christmas. It's at Christmas time.
It's Christmas Day. That's where they're going to all. Yeah, that's why they're going to all of the 4 families on Christmas Day.
Okay, well, whatever. That one's okay.
I like that movie. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
But how is Harry Potter? I mean, I've never seen it, but how is that at Christmas?
It takes place at Christmas time.
Oh, it does?
Well, I mean, there's a scene that's Christmassy. And it's like magical and snow. Like you said, snow.
Snow.
But they don't say ho, ho, ho.
I can't believe you haven't seen Die Hard 2.
No, I have not. Maybe that'll be my homework. You watch The Holiday, I'll watch Die Hard 2.
I'm not watching The Holiday.
I bet Kelly likes The Holiday. It's cute. If you like 4 Christmases, you'd like The Holiday. It's got Jack Black in it.
He's all right.
And who's some other people in there? I can't think of her name, but it's good. You need to watch it. It's like
Polar Express.
It's like about this one girl, and she's like a movie maker thing in California, and she's like unhappy with her life. And then this other lady in Europe, she's unhappy with her life, so they like somehow meet on the internet. And they're like, let's switch places and spend Christmas at each other's places. And so they switch, and like she spends time in her little cabin in Europe, and then she's in LA, and it's cute. Okay,
oh, sorry. Watch it. Oh God, you're putting me to sleep. I was boring.
You know what's not a boring Christmas movie?
Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay.
You want to finish the sentence there? Okay.
We'll make it in sounds. We'll go yippee-ki-yay.
That's just a classic. A classic. Okay.
All right. We got Christmas movies. We're out of time. Have a great. Thank you to Food City again for sponsoring Off Air. We greatly appreciate it. Again, everybody have a safe, Merry Christmas. We will see you in 2025.
Merry Christmas.